From the very beginning, it's been clear you're not someone who can be controlled. It's not about being stubborn or rebellious for the sake of it. It's that your spirit naturally rejects anything that feels restrictive, false, or unjust. Rules that don't make sense, authority that isn't earned, and systems designed to oppress rather than uplift. You've always seen right through them. This is why people in power have a problem with you. They can't figure out how to make you fall in line. Most people are easy to manage because they've been conditioned to obey. They fear consequences, crave approval, or simply don't know there's another way to live. But you don't operate like that. You're not driven by fear of punishment, nor are you desperate for validation. You follow your own compass, and that's something the world's power structures can't predict or control. It terrifies them. When they can't control you, they try to label you troublemaker, rebel, outcast. But those labels are just their way of coping with the fact that you don't fit into their carefully crafted system. They want you to feel like there's something wrong with you for refusing to conform. The truth is, your resistance is your strength. You weren't made to follow. You were made to lead, even if that leadership starts with nothing more than living authentically in a world that thrives on pretense. What scares them most is that your refusal to submit inspires others to question their own blind obedience. One spark can light a fire, and you're a whole blaze waiting to happen. Chosen ones are born with an inherent ability to disrupt the status quo, whether they intend to or not. Your very existence challenges the foundations of systems built to keep people in line, systems that thrive on sameness, blind obedience, and the suppression of individuality. You're not the kind to sit quietly in a box, follow a script, or pretend that something broken is working just fine. You notice cracks in the facade that others are too scared to see, let alone point out. This makes you dangerous to those who profit from the status quo's survival. From an early age, you probably felt this friction. Teachers labeled you difficult, not because you were disruptive, but because you asked questions they didn't want to answer. Family members accused you of being rebellious, not realizing you were simply unwilling to accept outdated rules just for tradition's sake. Society whispered that you were too much, when all you ever did was refuse to shrink yourself to fit its mold. What they fear most about you is that you don't just see the problems, you make others see them too. Your presence alone forces people to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves and the world around them. And once something is seen, it can't be unseen. That's why those who benefit from the system have always tried to neutralize people like you. They'd rather silence you than risk you inspiring others to question, rebel, or demand change. But the truth is, they can't stop you. They may try to force you into their systems, but you're not built for submission. You're built for transformation, and every step you take chips away at the very foundation they've fought so hard to protect. That's why you've been targeted.